everybody, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. My name is Caitlin Blair, and today I have a requested video for you guys that I never thought I would make, but I thought was really fun in concept, so we're doing it. I got a message from my friend Gina requesting a spooky mug video, and due to her request, I asked you guys if you wanted to see a spooky mug collection video, and you guys said yes, so here we are. We're gonna do it. In lining all these up, I cannot believe how many spooky mugs I actually own. It's a little bit scary. Who needs this many mugs? I don't know. But now that I've been asked to do this, I've realized that I really do have quite the collection, and it's kind of crazy. And I'm not even sure where to start, but I'm just gonna jump right in. I don't want to over-explain every mug. If it has a story, I'll tell it, but if not, I mean, I'll just show it to you guys, tell you where I got it from and why I love it. So when I say spooky mugs, it's a multitude of things. So I have Halloween mugs, I have horror movie mugs, I have gothy KILLSTAR mugs, I have fall mugs, I have a lot of mugs. Wow. Yeah, let's just jump right into it. I'm gonna try to go by categories. So I think I'm gonna start with KILLSTAR because I have a lot of KILLSTAR mugs. I think I tend to use theirs the most. And we're gonna start with a mug that if you've been following me for a while, you would have been there when I bought it and you would know how much I love it and why. And it is the KILLSTAR Cauldron Mug. And I love it so much because when I first bought it in a Halloween haul a couple of years ago, I was explaining that a cauldron isn't truly a cauldron unless it has the little feet on the bottom. A lot of cauldron mugs I've seen, like even at HomeGoods or TJ Maxx, they don't tend to have the little cauldron feet on the bottom that make it feel really authentic. They're just kind of like a bulb with a handle and they just kind of sit like that. It makes it look kind of like a leprechaun pot of gold. So that's how you can tell the difference. Sometimes people can confuse the two. When you see Decor out in stores in the wild, if they try to make a cauldron that doesn't have little feet, it can sometimes be confused for St. Patrick's Day decor. It happens, but you know a good cauldron when you see one when it's got the little feet. So I love how round this cauldron mug is, and I love the little feet on it. It feels perfect to hold. And the fact that it's so round and has a narrow top kind of keeps the coffee or tea or hot chocolate or spiked cider or whatever is warm in here, this will keep it warm longer because of how it's shaped, which I really love. So I'll just, give you guys a little close-up of each mug. And I especially love it with whipped cream piled on top with some pumpkin spice sprinkled on it or some caramel drizzle, Halloween sprinkles. Coffee in here in the fall is just extra aesthetic and I love it. I love it so much. One of my favorite mugs. It's the perfect mug to kick this thing off, and I haven't been on the KILLSTAR website in a while because I've been in like a no-buy period just because, it's just the time to save money, I don't shop a lot. As much as I do hauls, you guys would be surprised of how minimalist I actually am. Like, yes, I do Halloween decor, and yes, I have quite a fragrance collection. That's a whole nother story. But I haven't bought new fragrances in a year, at least. I've been in like a no-buy period and I feel really good about it. So I haven't visited KILLSTAR's website in a while. But yeah, first mug of the video, KILLSTAR's Cauldron Mug, one of my top favorites. I use it all through the Halloween season. Keeps your warm drinks warm, and I love it. I love it so much. Next up is the HELL-O-WEEN Mug. I believe that's what it's called because I was getting it confused with the jack-o'-lantern cushion, which I kept calling the Halloween cushion, and it never really was called that. That's a whole other story, and I never did get the cushion, okay? It didn't. KILLSTAR said it was out of stock, even though I did order it and I paid for it. It never came. I'm never gonna forget it. Anyways, this is KILLSTAR's HELL-O-WEEN Mug, which is the most gorgeous, classic jack-o'-lantern face that you could ever ask for. Very Sleepy Hollow vibes, and I'm all about it. It is huge, by the way. Absolutely huge. I mean, are you seeing this? It's like half the size of my face at least. I mean, is it really? Caitlin, do you even know proportions? I don't know. This video is chaotic, okay? I'm gonna have to name this Chaotic Spooky Mug Collection video. I love this mug, but in my opinion, it is too gigantic to be a coffee mug. Like, I could never drink and keep warm this much coffee at one time. I do drink a lot of coffee, but it would be too much. I could never drink my coffee out of here. So could you have a huge cup of tea in here? Yes. I could probably pull that off. But I reserve huge mugs like this more so for like chili or soup or some kind of warm food item, Something warm and toasty and seasonal. I really love to eat my chili out of mugs. You know how satisfying that is? Bro. You know what? Speaking of which, and this mug Oh my god, I don't even have it here. I'm telling you, there's a mug missing in this collection. I'm gonna tell it to you straight up. My Hocus Pocus mug that was featured in my vlog-o-ween last year. I got injured by that mug this year. So I had it in just not a very good place, okay? I ate chili out of it for Hocus Pocus night, which you guys can see in my vlog-o-ween video. But once we washed it, I put it back like in the tiered tray coffee area. And for some reason, like when I opened my fridge, I accidentally bumped my coffee bar shelf and my Hocus Pocus Cauldron Mug fell off the shelf, tumbled down perfectly right onto my foot as hard as it could, man. As hard as it could. Sliced my foot open and then fell to the floor and semi broke into pieces. It's not that broken. Like, I could probably even still use it, to be honest. It was just like the handle that broke off when it hit the floor. But man, that thing, you know what? Why? Why do I like cauldrons with little feet when the feet are dangerous? The Hocus Pocus mug was much larger and heavier and it did have these feet, but the foot, this little evil foot on the Hocus Pocus mug gave me a crescent moon shaped scar on the top of my left foot, man, and that was so painful. When it first happened, it was so painful, and that was the most... YouTube, please don't demonetize me for saying the word. I don't know what's demonetized anymore, but I'm just telling you guys a story. That is the most that I have ever lost during a cut or anything like that in my whole life. Like, I just open the fridge and then it's just like this domino effect and this Hocus Pocus mug falls on my foot, man, and the little foot of the cauldron just hit my foot and gave me a big old gash, and there's just, it was a horror scene, okay? I mean, it was October, it was perfect. It's perfect for Halloween, right? And I'm like hobbling and there's just a trail behind me. And you guys, I was in pain for a couple of weeks after that. It was hard to wear shoes, and I'm still making my decorating video while I'm in pain with this gash on my foot from this Hocus Pocus mug, from the little cauldron foot. You know what? Don't buy cauldron mugs that have feet. How about that? I take it back because they're dangerous. Leaves you a big moon scar. Unless a moon scar is what you want. I don't even need a crescent moon tattoo like I always wanted. I now have a certified crescent moon shaped scar on top of my left foot. Hey, what are you gonna do? But you know what? I don't recommend it. So having said that, my Hocus Pocus Cauldron Mug is the main mug I was eating my chili out of, but since that broke mid-season, I mean, I've had to use other large mugs, and the HELL-O-WEEN Mug, can't believe it took this long for us to get back to this, my goodness. The HELL-O-WEEN Mug is the perfect size for chili or soup. I'm just telling you, I'm saying. Like, if you can get your hands on like a pumpkin bisque soup from Trader Joe's, dude, perfect in here. Love it. That's only 2 mugs down. Well, maybe 3 if you count the Hocus Pocus cereal mug. So my next KILLSTAR mug is this really adorable ghost guy. It's a very unique ghost design. I just love his little cute ghost arms. He has the eyes, no nose, no mouth, and just the cutest little ghost arms. And I just love this mug so much. And I've washed him so many times that the KILLSTAR logo is now coming off. This is another one that looks really great piled with whipped cream. I do have another ghost mug here that I actually prefer to use more for that purpose, but this one is also great. But I've noticed that since the handle is on the back of the mug and not the side, he is a little hard to display, I have found. So if you're not looking to display your mugs in any specific fashion, this will be fine for you. But I did find it like a little difficult when I hang him because you can't really see him when you hang him sideways, and he fits really weird on a tiered tray. But if that's not even what you're worried about and you just want a cool mug to drink out of, highly recommend KILLSTAR's Ghost Mug. And my next KILLSTAR mug, which is not really a mug, it's just a cup. And there's a story behind why this has an orange straw. I mean, not really a story, but like I have a reason behind it. I have the KILLSTAR Witch's Potion tumbler, which I use quite often for water and other beverages that I want to keep cold. It came with a black straw, but it got melted in our dishwasher, and I was really not happy about it. But of course, with all of my Halloween items scattered around, I found an orange straw that I replaced the black one with, and I just, thought it went pretty well. Halloween vibes, you know? This Witch's Potion tumbler has served me very well over the past couple of years. It's just the perfect size. Feels great. Love the matte texture, and just don't put your straw in the dishwasher. Moral of the story. So my last KILLSTAR mug is not really a mug, it's a teacup, but it is just one of my favorite cups slash mugs that I own, period. I have used this so much. It is this beautiful tarot teacup set. The cup has a moon in it, as well as all the astrological signs. The tea plate has the sun with the lunar phases and the seasons, which really reminds me of the tarot blanket that I keep on our bed every October as a little bedspread. Oh, I love it so much. Such a vibe. I mean, I never usually drink tea out of anything but this cup, so I love it. I love it so much. It's the perfect size. It has a matching plate. I mean, can you get any better than that? No. No, you can't. One of my favorite things I ever bought in my life. The next mug I have from KILLSTAR is this strange and unusual mug that actually comes with a mug topper, okay? Really cool. It is a ghost wrapped around a little haunted house. Don't put this guy in the dishwasher because it will crack, as this one did, just a little bit. I probably knew that I shouldn't do that, but for some reason I did it anyway, and I learned my lesson that I should trust my intelligence and gut instinct to not put very delicate things like this in the dishwasher. So I will never do that again, but I did, and it's over now. And it's now cracked, but that's okay. It's still great. The mug itself, I mean, the topper is really the only thing that kind of got little cracks in it, but the mug itself is actually the perfect size. This is a great size for coffee. It'll stay warm for as long as you're drinking it because it's the perfect amount, and you won't be over drinking your coffee. You won't be jittery. This is just the perfect measurement for a cup of coffee. Absolutely love it. Great, simple, gothy, minimalist design, and I really love the font on it as well. Stunning. Absolutely love this KILLSTAR mug with the topper. I hope it's still available. Any mugs that I have here, if I can find them online, I will link them down below. That is the strange and unusual mug from KILLSTAR. I have my very favorite mug, period, that I own, that I use all year for all things. Coffee, tea, hot chocolate, soup, chili, literally everything hot that I put in my gob goes into this mug from Rogan Wolf. On the inside, it is the most gorgeous array of crescent moons and stars, and I just literally cannot handle that. I don't really want to label myself here, but I am a little alternative. I'm a little on the gothier, edgier side. Something about this just speaks to my soul, you guys. I cannot handle the black with the crescent moons and the stars. It just, oh, it speaks to my soul. If Hot Topic could have sold homewares in like 2000, I feel like this is something they would have sold. I don't know why I feel like that, but it just feels like classic gothic to me because I bought a journal from Hot Topic years ago that kind of was reminiscent of this vibe. And when I saw this mug, I immediately fell in love and I just had to get it. So I'll link it down below. It's from Rogue and Wolf. They have really great dishware, really great homeware, and really awesome clothing, which I have yet to dive into. But I did take a look and everything they have seems really awesome. Highly recommend Rogue and Wolf. This mug has lasted me years already. So sturdy, very heavy duty, feels great to hold, and it's just such a great size, very versatile, and I love it. I love it so much. Next is my favorite mug from Bones Coffee, which is the Jack-o'-lantern hand-thrown mug. They're designed for their Jack-o'-lantern coffee, which I love so much. You guys, this is one of my staple go-to spooky mugs. It is just a very Sleepy Hollow vibe. It is one of the most comfortable mugs to hold. The weight is good. It's beautifully crafted, and the bottom just feels so nice. This is just one of my favorite mugs that I own, period, and I use all the time. I have another Bones Coffee and it's for St. Patrick's Day, but this one is by far my favorite. It is currently my goal to collect all of their hand-thrown mugs because they're all phenomenally gorgeous, but definitely one of my most used mugs of the season. And one of my favorites this season has been the double jack-o'-lantern mug. I just love this guy so much because of its shape. Again, it keeps your drinks hotter longer. This is another great one to put whipped cream on top. Oh, just love it. I mean, what is vibier than just a true classic jack-o'-lantern mug? I mean, 2 is better than 1, right? Give me a third one. I mean, I'll make it work. This was just one of my favorites this year, and I cannot wait to reach for it again next season. So next is another one of my very favorite mugs, and it is another ghost mug, but this is actually my favorite ghost mug that I have, even more than the KILLSTAR one. I mean, you can see the difference between the two. This one has its own charm, but there's just something about a classic ghost that I just love. I mean, the way that he is shaped, he has just this detailing in these ridges as if this was actually a sheet. And it's honestly giving me Charlie Brown vibes for some reason. I love the eyes. I love the ghost mouth. In all its simplicity, it is one of the best ghost mugs that I've ever seen. It's Threshold. It's from Target, and yeah, dude, they did it. Some of these I'm gonna go through a little more quickly just because I have more to say about some than others. So this is more of just a simple, straightforward spooky mug with the skull and bones. I will say that I do like this one because it is shaped more like a camping mug, which I really appreciate. And again, aside from coffee and tea, with the shape, it's just really great for chili and soup and just, oh, I can't remember where I got this from. It was probably TJ Maxx, but I love it. I display it every year and I do use it whenever I can. And I don't even have any other mugs right here in front of me that are like a camping mug, if you know what I mean. I think are they called Camper's Stew mugs? I don't know. For some reason it reminds me of when I was little. My parents had coffee mugs shaped just like this. They were like camping mugs, like stoneware camping mugs shaped just like this, and they would drink their morning coffee out of them. And I just remember it being a really peaceful time in my life when I was a kid, just their morning coffee ritual with their coffee mugs that were shaped like this. So I don't know, maybe that's why I'm nostalgic for this one and I love it so much. I don't know, but yeah, regardless, I love it. Just a classic skull and bones camper's mug. So next we have another great one from TJ Maxx, which is the Spooky Mug. You guys might have seen it before. It's become pretty popular in varying styles over the years, but very aesthetic. I love this mug so much with the black and white on the outside, and just the texture and the feel of it is amazing. And then I love the orange on the inside and the bone handle. It almost sounds like I'm saying Bonehilda. Where is Bonehilda? I don't have her with me today. It has been a staple for me for several years now, and I absolutely love it. In requesting this video, you're making me realize how much I really love my mugs. I really do. In one of my previous Halloween hauls, I picked up this guy. I've been strictly going in a black and orange order here, but this is one of my favorite mugs as well. It is rather large. Again, it's one of those versatile mugs that you can use for anything. I love the simplicity of the juxtaposed skulls with just the plain orange against the matte black. Vibes, okay? I'm just saying. I was wrong. I do have one more camper's mug, and it is this one over here. I used to use this every Halloween, but now I like to reserve it for Friday the 13th because, yes, that is a big holiday for us in this household. This one right here. It is just kind of like a splattered camper's mug, and the pattern goes all the way on the inside. We got this with a matching bowl and spoon from this place called House of Wilhelm that I'm not even sure is even open anymore. Every fall they would just put out all of their Halloween collections. They were like a really festive, well-curated antique shop, and they would always theme it for the holidays, especially in their main room, and it was just always such a sight to behold. Their collections were amazing, and I think we even got a lot of our Halloween decorating inspiration from this store. Long story short, that is where I picked this mug up with the camping bowl and spoon that go with it, but I love to use the mug on its own. Horror slasher vibes. Yeah, and it's actually fine enamelware, dishwasher safe. Made exclusively for CGS International Inc. California. California. Absolutely love this mug, and it's been a while since I've used it, but I really need to resurrect this guy because it is just literally the perfect size. It really is. It's the perfect size for coffee. Love it. Next, I'm gonna quickly move on to the very few Dunn spooky mugs that I have. And by spooky mugs, I mean 1 spooky mug and 3 fall mugs. These are all huge, by the way, and everybody knows Dunn by now, but these are a matte orange, and they don't have the indentation. They have more of a gold font on them. It is a set of 3. This first one is Mornin' Pumpkin, and they all have these wooden lids, which are really cute. Pumpkin Queen, which is my personal favorite, and traditional pumpkin spice. So those were the fall ones, but I don't really use those much. I kind of save them more for display, which is really sad, but they're huge, you guys. They're so huge, and I already have like the epitome of a Dunn spooky mug, so I don't really reach for those that often. They're more kind of just for display and storage and that kind of thing. But my favorite Dunn mug that I have is the More Booze Please mug, which has the topper with the little witch legs. Oh, kind of speaks for itself. But yeah, I'm not a huge Dunn collector, but when I see something that speaks to me, I do pick it up, and it's nice to have one per season. So again, Dunn mugs, like, I know you guys love them. They're great for tiered trays. They're great for decor. I have used it for drinks, but it's huge. Who can drink that much coffee at once and have it stay hot, unless you're using one of those mug warmers. I'm just saying, which I still need to invest in. I don't know what is wrong with me because my coffee gets cold halfway through drinking. I need to fix that. But yeah, Ray Dunn, more booze please. One of my favorite spooky mugs. And that leads us into all of the mugs that are movie themed. So I have it separated by film here. We're gonna first start with this trick or treat mug that I got from Spirit Halloween, which I love so much. You guys probably saw it in my decor video. But I love that Sam's sucker in the front. It's kind of glittery, and on the back it does have the trick or treat logo. And inside is the best part. It is orange and black striped, which just really gives it just that extra personality. It's just one of my favorite mugs, man. It has so much character. It's such a showpiece, and I just really love it. And yeah, that's the only trick or treat mug I have so far. Next, I'm gonna quickly show you this classic horror monsters mug that I have. This is another showstopper, you guys. It has literally every classic horror icon on here that you can think of. It is just the most satisfying thing. It's got Bride of Frankenstein, Dracula, Wolfman, Creature from the Black Lagoon. It's just so perfect. Absolutely one of my most unique mugs and one of my most favorite for sure. I'm really happy that it's part of my collection, and I do try to use it as often as I can, but this is a lot of mugs and it's so hard to use them all. Because of the color scheme, I've found it hard to fit into my tiered tray decor, but maybe I'll switch it up next year and do a different kind of theme where this guy can fit in a little bit better. And if not, then I will just use him more because it's just such a great mug. Any classic horror fan would surely appreciate this one. Speaking of horror fans, I'm now gonna move on to my Halloween 2 mug collection. This Everyday is Halloween mug. I can't remember where I got this. I think it was Walmart though. Was it Walmart or was it Spirit Halloween? You know what though? This is kind of like a combo mug because the mask here is from the classic. It's from 1978. The background is from Halloween 2. So this is quite a combination and I'm living for it. I know that I made it a thing in a previous video about the quote, every day is Halloween. Every day is Halloween in my soul, you guys. In my heart and soul. But I have mixed feelings about the saying. But regardless, every day is Halloween with Michael Myers. Let me tell you, every day is Halloween, the franchise. I could watch it all day, all night. Moving on to the next one, it is just a very simple Halloween 2 mug featuring one of the most popular iterations of the logo and poster. Very classic, looks like the old school DVD and I love it. I've used this many a time. Halloween 2 is my favorite film ever made, and of course this is gonna be one of my absolute favorites. So I do believe I picked this up at Spirit Halloween, but don't quote me on that. But one that I did pick up from Spirit Halloween was this bad boy right here, which is literally one of my favorite mugs that I own, period, right now, which is this black and orange with a touch of white Halloween 2 mug with this black and orange speckle. Oh my god, it's just grungy and simplistic and minimalistic at the same time. It is just literally the perfect mug. Like if I were to design a Halloween 2 mug, it would probably look exactly like this. Like this is like my dream mug. For real. I mean, just look at it. It's absolute perfection. Seriously. I love this mug so much, you guys. I really, really do. I'll try to link it down below if I can find it. And if you're a big Halloween fan, I highly recommend seeking this guy out. So next I have an array of Nightmare Before Christmas mugs. There are 4 of them here, so I'm just gonna go through them really quickly. We do have a 𝓒𝓏 mug, which is one of the cutest. I love how his tail comes out into the handle. That is just such a great design and I really love it. And the back does have the classic logo. It's just another perfectly round, bulbous shaped mug that tends to keep your coffee hotter longer, which I really love. But yeah, and oh my god, the detailing even with his little jack-o'-lantern nose. Look at that. That's the cutest. But yeah, this is one of 4 and I think this is one of my favorites. I love this one, but the next one is absolutely my favorite one that I have. This is a mug that my dad liked to use a lot and my mom loves to use it a lot as well. And it is this Jack Skellington mug, but it has so much character. It's actually like embossed. Like, there's so much texture to this mug, and then there's a larger Jack on the back, which is just amazing. I love how it's shaped and how it's kind of curved in the middle. I love the black handle. It is a slightly taller mug, but I do still feel like it holds just the perfect amount of coffee, and it's just very high quality, very heavy duty. It was from the the Disney store. If you want to hunt it down on Mercari and eBay, I'm sure you could find it. It is literally one of my favorite mugs. Like, especially out of the Nightmare Before Christmas ones, like literally no comparison. This is the best one that exists, and I just love it. This is like a family heirloom at this point. We've all used it. We all love it. It's lasted us many, many years. I'm just gonna show these two together, which is this very simple Jack Skellington mug with him standing on the tombstone. But I really like how the inside is purple. And then I have this other one that I got at TJ Maxx on clearance. I actually still have the sticker on here. I got it on clearance for $4. Like, that's amazing. And I've rarely used it. Obviously, that's why the sticker's still on there, but I'm glad I have it. You can't tell from far away that it's Nightmare Before Christmas, but when you look close up, you will see Jack hiding amongst the pattern, which I really think is just so elegant. I don't know who thought of that, but bravo. Bravo. And it even has this little gold rim at the top. It is really, really fancy and elegant, actually, the more that I look at it, because I've never used it before. I did buy it last year. Didn't get to use it, and I found it while putting all the decorations away, which is really unfortunate. But hopefully next year I'll be able to break out this bad boy and highlight him a little bit better. But that is the last two Nightmare Before Christmas mugs that I have. Next, we're gonna move on to some of my very favorite mugs that I have, which are my Disney Poison Apple mugs. Oh, I love these. I love these so much. I'm first gonna show you guys this oil slick Poison Apple mug that we got from Spirit Halloween, and it is just so beautiful. You do have to wash it by hand or the oil will get a little tarnished, so do handle with care. Do not put this guy in the dishwasher. Yeah, do not use a microwave or dishwasher. Definitely have to hand wash this guy, but it is just such beautiful mug. I'm just a sucker for the Poison Apple, man. What can I say? And you're gonna see that coming up with the next two. But yeah, this guy is just so gorgeous. I love it so much. But yeah, the only pain is just having to wash it out by hand. Such a vibe. And I don't have a lot of oil slick stuff, but this one just really captured me, man. I just had to have it. I think we left the store without getting it, and I kept thinking about it for days, if not weeks, until my husband finally went back and got it for me. I love it. So next, you guys are gonna see my most used mug of the season, and even of last season. Like, this is my most used mug probably, period. I even use it into the Christmas season because I feel like it's a vibe, and that is this very classic Poison Apple mug that was exclusive at the Disney store. I've just really fallen in love with the Disney Poison Apple over the past several years. I've just been growing my collection, but this mug is absolutely phenomenally perfect for me. It holds literally the perfect amount of coffee. I love how it's shaped. I love the texture of it. I love the handle, which is ridged. The character on here is beautiful with the dripping. Oh my goodness. And even down to the handle. I use it like crazy. I don't think it's still sold on the Disney Store website because I did actually have to buy a replacement for this guy because my very first one did break. So if you guys want this one, you might have to hunt it down, but oh, it is so worth it. It's one of my absolute favorites of all time. I love it so much. My last Poison Apple mug, but it is more of a Stein, and it is from the Disney parks, which this is something else I had to hunt down on Mercari, by the way. Or was it eBay? Mercari? eBay. I think it was Mercari. Look at this bad boy. It is huge, and it holds so much. This is more for like water or a giant cocktail in the evening on a special occasion, something like that. Literal, like, just favorite beverage of any kind. It's amazing, but the best part is that this part glows in the dark. And actually, after having all these lights on in front of me, I might be able to show it to you on camera how this guy glows in the dark. Should we? I think we should. Oh my God, there it is. You can see it. Honestly, the glowing doesn't last too long, but it's just such a vibe when it does. So that was the last largest piece of my current more modern collection of spooky mugs, and I'm going to do a little voiceover and show you guys the rest of my vintage collection of mugs, meaning all the mugs that I like kind of grew up with throughout my childhood and my teens and maybe my early 20s a little bit. So many mugs I've collected over the years. So I'm going to quickly show you guys each mug with a little bit of a voiceover. So this first one is a vintage coffee mug, and it's a little bit on the taller side, which I really like. I've had this one since the early 2000s. I just think it's so cute and perfectly vintage, with an old school witch on a broom flying across the moon with a cat, frog, and crow. I mean, this mug truly has everything on it. Another one from around the same time period is this one with the green background with the ever popular spooky font from the early 2000s. Like, if you know, you know. That Happy Halloween font right there. So classic. I love this one because aside from the green, it's pretty monochromatic, and it's really such a vibe.
This one here is probably one of my oldest ones, with the teddy bear coming out of the jack-o'-lantern. This is sometime from the late 90s. It is peeling a bit now because it is so old, but I do still treasure it. And I forgot to mention this really giant Dracula mug that I mentioned in my Halloween bins video. If you guys want to check that one out, it's super fun. That giant Dracula mug is one of my favorite things in life. And then there is this awesome arsenic teacup that I got from Big Lots. Rest in peace, Big Lots. Moving on from the vintage ones, there are a few more modern ones that I forgot to include in this video. This tumbler from my cousin Desiree with all the horror icons on it, which is so fun. A stack of jack-o'-lantern mugs with the boo handles. This awesome set of 4 vintage-inspired Halloween mugs from Amazon, as well as some of my newest additions, which is the Scarecrow mug and this jack-o'-lantern wearing a witch hat monochromatic situation mug. I love it so much. And then here's a few final extras that I forgot to include. This trick-or-treat travel coffee mug, which is such a vibe. I really don't know why I'm not using this one more. It is totally my aesthetic. A similar one, it's pumpkin spice season. Some new additions from the Big Lots clearance aisle. Vampire blood and coffee with scream and sugar. This ghost mug from Temu of all places. And this awesome campers mug that I got from TJ Maxx. It was from a haul in 2020. If you guys have been here that long, you'd remember that I was freaking out over this mug. I loved it so much. But it does have a chip now, and although I should get rid of it, it's really hard to part with it because the design is just so nice.
Next, I have a fall mug from my dear friend Sarah that she left for me at work one day. It was so sweet when I got to work, and this was sitting there waiting for me with a little note. It says, "I love pumpkin spice." But it's pumpkin like without the P, which I think is extra cute. It reminds me of the spelling of pumpkin, which you guys know is my husband and I's very favorite pumpkin ale of all time. I absolutely treasure this mug because it was a gift, and it just always reminds me of her, and she's just always so thoughtful, and she just really knows me. And it really goes well in the tiered tray, especially for like post-Halloween, but it's like still fall in between Halloween and Thanksgiving. It's a great staple mug that I have. Next, I have this other really awesome fall mug that has literally every Halloween-y fall word on it that you can think of. It's pretty amazing. If you try to shove everything fall and Halloween onto a mug, I mean, this is it. I know it's just a bunch of text, but I just think it's the cutest thing. I really like how it was set up. I mean, whoever did the graphic design for this, I mean, they really thought out their font choices and their color scheme. I'll give them that. But yeah, if you just want the most festive feeling fall mug for the season, this would be it. This could be a Dollar Tree find from many years ago. But yeah, it's one of my more vintagey finds that we've had for a long time. Oh wait, maybe it's from Catan. We used to have these stores near us called Catan's, and it was part of the 𝓒𝓪𝓲𝓽𝓵𝓲 company, which my mom actually used to work at many years ago. They literally had the best Halloween decorations that you could find at like a fraction of the cost. They were like Michael's and Joann's put together, but better and cheaper. I mean, can you get any better than that? No, you can't. And they don't exist anymore. I even got my prom dress from Catan Fashions. Like, Catan's runs deep in this family, let me tell you. Like our Scarecrow that we keep as a part of our Halloween decorations in the front yard actually came from Catan's, which recently he fell apart, and my mom did like some kind of amazing sewing job on him and stitched him back together, which was incredible. I even have video footage of that if I can find it. Yeah, we've had him since like 1996, 97, something like that. He held up all these years, man, but this year he just couldn't take it anymore. He fell apart, but we put him back together again. But yeah, I think this mug, it's either from Catan's or it's from the Dollar Tree. Can't say for sure. Really love this mug. Very vibey. Has all of the festive words on it you can ever want, and I love it. I love it so much. So that was my spooky mug collection. I really hope that you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please give this video a like and consider subscribing if you'd like to see more fun, festive content like this in the future. Thank you guys so much for watching, for commenting, for liking, for requesting. It really means the world to me that you enjoy my content, and I will see you guys very soon in the next video. Stay spooky.